I've got a brand new product by Pineworld. This company reached out to me through handgunsaferesearch.com and offered to send me a new device, and I said, sure, I'll take a look at it. It's a biometric pistol safe that talks at you. When you first put batteries in this, it prompts you to register an administrator and at least one user, and I haven't been able to figure out how to make it stop talking. It's the model K5. It does resemble the SentrySafe Quick Access pistol safe, enough so that I tried taking advantage of the gaps at the sides of the housing. I tried sliding a metal shim in here to see if I could bump the release. It won't work because the release is not on this side, it's on the other side. The latch is on this side, so I can't access that release. And there's batteries on this side, so I can't use that gap at that side. Overall, this thing is pretty well made, but it does have a couple of security issues. And the first one I want to talk about is the lock. This is a wafer lock, and the tabs extending into the keyway engage one side of the key, and you only have to set one row of tabs. The other set, the wafers are just sliding around and they're not doing anything. So to pick this, I'm going to use this tension wrench for dimple locks and this hook. These are both Sparrow's tools. And what I'm going to do is use the round end of the hook to just rock against the wafers and set them. And that's it. It's picked. Now, if I finish turning this thing, an alarm is going to sound. The anti-picking alarm. I don't really understand the reasoning. Maybe the idea is that a lock picker will attack the safe, the alarm will sound, they'll drop their stuff and run. I don't know. But so what I have to do is turn this and then reach in, open the battery compartment and try to flip a battery out quickly. And it's open. So this lock is a joke. The alarm is a joke, but there's yet another issue. Normally, I don't pry off plastic fittings on camera anymore, but there isn't any convenient way to get at the screws to loosen this thing up. I try not to do this because when you pry off a plastic fitting, you get these jagged plastic pieces. One time I was prying off the fitting on a top opening thing and I raked open my wrist. And after I bandaged myself up, I got in the habit of wearing long sleeves. And I continued wearing long sleeves because even after it healed, I had a big red scar and it just looked terrible. It looked like poor Dave has more issues than I have. So anyway, so I've got holes here now to exploit and coat hanger wire, and I'm not really sure the best way to do this. I've got a release and a latch, so I want to try to bump the release, which is rotating that way. So I'm thinking just a little L shape. Where is everything? Is that it? Yeah. It's open. Okay, so you can get into this thing using these holes. I really don't like decorative fittings on the sides of these things, and I wish companies would stop doing this. Okay, I decided to take this apart. It was a major ordeal. I had to pull all of this foam out of the way just to get these pieces disassembled, but I wanted to take a look at the latching assembly. That's the latch, and that's the release. And I'll put this in the locked position using a screwdriver. That's locked. Now, I thought that when I was reaching in with that piece of wire, I thought I was pushing on the release. But This plastic housing here that's holding this motor that throws the latch, this is providing a barrier to the release. What I was actually pushing on was this. This assembly is what the bypass cylinder is pushing on. So now I know it doesn't really matter in the end. As long as there are holes at the sides of this device that allow access, this device is vulnerable to attack.